Hey, badass business owners. Today, I'm going to talk about knowing your business numbers. Listen to me. You've got to learn your business numbers. I get that some of you have been running a business for many, many years. And I also understand that for some of you, you have been profitable from the get-go. And you have been making money from the beginning. And you just feel that, hey, there's nothing broken. What I'm doing is working. But here's the thing. You might be making some money, but you might not be profitable. And the reason you don't know if you're profitable is because you don't understand the difference between your business having money left over at the end of the day and being profitable. Because here's how it works. You need to make sure that anytime you spend in that business, you're being paid for as a doer. So if you own a carpet cleaning business or any kind of cleaning business or any type of service-based business where you are involved in the making of the product and or providing the service, you are actually a laborer in your business and you need to be capturing some money for that laboring time. So for example, you pay yourself a fair wage. I'm not saying pay yourself $50, $60. I'm just saying that, hey, if you were to hire someone off of the street and you would pay them $15, $20 an hour, then you need to calculate in $15, $20 an hour for doing what it is that you do when you are a laborer. Now, don't get me wrong. This has nothing to do with taxes because when you get your taxes, you're going to be paid off of the money you gave yourself as a laborer and off of the profits of the business because taxes are going to try to capture the whole thing, which is what causes this false feeling in a lot of people that they're making money in their business. But if you want to know if the business itself is profitable, this is why you need to know your business numbers. You as a person running this business might be profitable because you're making some money at the end of the day. But are you making employee wages or are you making business owner wages? And that's where we want to try to look at the difference because really you should be paid two ways. Once as that employee in the business and then finally any owner's draw you take out of the business or you reinvest completely into the business. So even if you say, hey, I'm not taking any money, I'm reinvesting everything in the business, are you investing the owner's profits in the business or are you even investing your employee wages back into the business? Now, I've talked about this in the past and there's pros and cons to doing that. But at the end of the day, by you knowing your business numbers, you understand that your employee wages as a doer in the business are part of your cost of goods for the vast majority of you. And you need to capture those. Otherwise, you're not getting a true sense of what your cost of goods are. And honestly, a lot of people don't fully understand this until they start to really dive in and understand their business numbers. And can you continue to make the type of money that you're making without ever learning your business numbers? Yeah. But can you, honest to God, go and grow your business and go to that next level? Probably not. Most people kind of top themselves off like there's only so much money that they can make before they have to learn their business numbers because you have to know where the money's flowing out of your business. And a lot of times when we start to grow, we start to hire people. And then when we hire people, all of a sudden we're just not putting in our pockets as much money as we once were because what's happening is the money you were paying yourself, you're now paying someone else because guess what? Now you're finally capturing it as part of your cost of goods. You don't realize it, but that's why you're making less money. You think you're stealing from yourself to pay them. Now, all you've done is it feels like you're stealing from yourself because now you're paying someone else. But the reality is you replaced yourself and you've now have to start capturing all of these cost of goods. You weren't pricing correctly in the first place because you weren't capturing the right cost of goods. There's so many things that tie into knowing your numbers. And I'm just talking about the basics because when you price things, you need to understand your business numbers because you have to understand the sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profits. You need to understand that when you're pricing, you need to understand how to read your monthly profit and loss statement, the flow of money through your business, your business's report card, if you will. But there's more reasons why you want to know your business numbers. For example, you can take the numbers and you can look at a monthly, stack those months on top of each other and notice trends. For most people, you run your business off of gut. You go, wow, you know what? I take off every April and I'm going to plan for April, May, June being blah, 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 blah. But the reality that you might be missing is if you actually start stacking those numbers, you're going to realize that certain things happen with your costs or certain things happen with not just your sales, but with other things inside of your business. And when you're looking at those business numbers, stacking them, you can better prepare. So when you find out that, you know what, it's not April that you take off, it's actually the last week of March, but you've never prepared for the last week of March. You always assume it's April because that's when you feel the majority of it is in April. But the reality is it starts at the end of March, and you'd probably make different business decisions in early March to middle of March to be ready for that. But without knowing your business numbers and without stacking them, you're never going to know that. You're also not going to see the growth pattern of the business. So for example, I was looking at one the other day, and if you look at their sales have gone up 25%. Now, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. Well, this person has really tried to understand their business numbers and really start focusing on how to better manage their payroll as well as their other costs and expenses. Well, while their sales have gone up 25%, you're not going to believe this. They've doubled the amount of profit they have made in the business. So they're still paying themselves as an employee in the business, the same amount of money they have been paying themselves, but the business's profits have more than doubled because they're paying attention and they've priced better. They understand the swings in their business. There were months they thought that weren't as busy as they once, they used to go, oh, that month's not one of my best months. Well, when we're looking at it and we're stacking, we're like, no, that month is actually one of your strongest months. It's like the fourth biggest month you have every single year. But this business owner had been ramping down at that time frame. Well, guess what? This time they hit it hard and they were able to maximize that month, and it bled into the next month, which traditionally was really bad. And before it was really bad because they tailed things off before. So it was still strong, but they cut it off thinking it was a bad month. And guess what? Self-fulfilling prophecy, the very next month was bad because they weren't realizing that they need to keep that throttle on for another 30 days. So there's all kinds of great nuggets hidden inside of your business numbers. And this is one of the main reasons why I talk about it all the time. Listen, you're not going to become an expert tomorrow, okay? It's like learning another language, and you're not going to be as proficient as you want to be in, say, 30, 60, 90 days. But I promise you, the more you practice and the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And pretty soon, you're going to be looking for all kinds of crazy stuff. I only scratch the surface of what your business numbers can tell you because I understand where you're at today. And I understand for some of you, you can't stand math and you think, I don't want to deal with numbers. I don't like math. This isn't about math. This is about reading and understanding what your numbers are telling you. You need to think of it as a story. It's the story of your business. Okay. And if you don't like the word report card because you had bad experiences in school, then think of it as the story of your business. But the one thing I know all of you like is you like making money and you like being profitable. Well, guess what? That's what your business numbers are also trying to tell you. The problem is you have to learn how to hear what it's trying to say. Okay. You need to be able to speak the language of your business. And that's what your business numbers really, truly are. Now, I'm going to continue to put out podcasts that help you with your business numbers. If you don't already, go to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit subscribe because I break it down and I do examples and show you things. And I also have the Understanding Your Business Numbers course that's there for you. So whether you want to hear it for free, you want to watch it for free, or you want to take a cheap and expensive course, I have that for you as well. But at the end of the day, you're not doing this for me. You are doing this for you. You owe it to yourself. You work way too freaking hard not to know where the money in your business is going. And for some of you, you have been going years and years and years of really taking home pennies when you could be taking home dollars, or at least quarters and half dollars. Okay. You would have more money. You'd be making more money. Your business would be making more money. And if you've been reinvesting in your business, well, guess what? You've made that a habit. And how about we get to the point where you can start taking money out of your business and still have money left over to reinvest into the business? Believe it or not, you can have it all. You just have to understand what your business numbers are telling you. And there's so much involved there. So let's make a commitment here, especially depending upon when you hear this. If you hear this towards the end of the year, make that commitment that you're going to start learning at the end of this year so you hit next year running strong. And if you hear this anytime during the year, there's never a time that's too late for you to start understanding your business numbers. I promise you, you will be so thankful you did, and you'll start beating yourself up that you didn't do it sooner. But the biggest thing I got to get you to do is I got to get you to stop being afraid afraid of understanding and knowing what the numbers are telling you. It's okay if they're garbage. It's okay if they're painful, because you've got nowhere to go but up. But I promise you, some of you are going to be pleasantly surprised. You've been doing things right and accidentally. Can you imagine how well you're going to be doing if you were doing it with purpose? How much more money you would make? I'm telling you, there's so much involved in these business numbers. I'm going to go ahead and stop preaching to you guys, because you know how important this is and you all know you need to do it. So with that, please do me a favor, make a commitment to yourself that you are going to start diving in and understanding those business numbers better. Start with baby steps. I'm okay. Just take any step to start understanding that. Even the most rude, crude look at it is going to give you information that's going to inspire you and get you to dive in even more. All right. With that, I am out of here. You've got my commitment to continue to give you the information you need to understand these business numbers better. So let's be extremely profitable in this coming year. All right. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye for now. Hey, badass business owner, before you go, as you know, I'm a huge believer in you knowing your business numbers. After all, it isn't about how much you sell, it's about what you keep. And the best way to grow your profits is to start diving in and understanding those business numbers. To help you on this journey, I have created the Know Your Business Numbers course. We will walk through how to read your profit and loss statement. You'll learn the key calculations that'll help ensure that you're making a healthy profit on all of your products or services, plus a ton of other good stuff that'll help you learn how to use those business numbers to create even more sales and profits. Just check out the link below in the show notes or visit knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com. So if you're ready to increase those profits, it's time you start diving into your business numbers.